All right, what is up, YouTube? Welcome to the video. Sorry, my mic broke again. Third mic that's broken in the last month and a half. So we're going to talk super close to the camera today. I'll try to edit out the background noise. So hopefully it sounds all right. But today's session is built around getting a big freaking squat. That's one of our goals this year. One of my goals this year is to hit a 585-pound squat. By the end of the year would be sick. But right now, the current goal is to hit a 550 squat because you got to hit 550 before you hit 585, obviously. All-time 1 rep max squat's 545, but that was years ago. Projected 1 rep max, I think right now is probably around 540. So not much to go, but starting off with kneeling jumps today. So kind of some power work, especially get warmed up. So warm up, I did some TKEs, some lateral walks, some hamstring squats, kind of really open up the hamstrings, glutes. And then the jumps are obviously a great primer before squats. So if you do any sort of jump variation, seated jumps are great, kneeling jumps are great, box jumps, depth jumps, whatever you can. Something I got from Warrior Tail is just set the clock for like 8 to 12 minutes and just doing as many quality reps as you can in between. So I set a clock for 8 minutes and I just did a rep, rested as needed. So you're not in a rush. You know, it's power work. So it's not like you're trying to do a rep every 5 seconds. You rest as needed. I ended up doing 15 reps in 8 minutes. So what's that, like one every almost 30 seconds? So take your time, quality reps. It also gives you some time to warm up because, you know, my jump started pretty low, but towards the end, I hit like 28, which is nothing crazy. I think my best jump on there is like 31, 32, but, you know, it definitely ramped up as I was going, which is a good sign as I hit the squat. So for the squat session today, we are going to go 4 total sets. The goal is to work up to a heavy top set of 2 to 4 reps and then a 3x5 back off. We'll kind of use percentages as a gauge. I like using percentages here and there, but obviously RPE when I can, because sometimes I don't have a true 1 rep max. So it's like sometimes I'm using an estimated 1 rep max and I'm a lot stronger or weaker than I think, and it kind of fluctuates. So today we'll kind of go off field, but want a heavy top set of 3, essentially 0 reps in reserve, RPE 10, and then a 3x5 back off of the same weight. So yeah, let's get freaking ripping. Okay, as you can see, I failed that miserably. That was something I actually hit bad for 3 last week. Actually, I had 5 pounds more. I had 500 for 3 last week. But my knee, you know when you're in your own head about something? That's what I've been today. My knees, on Monday, actually, my knees were bothering me. I had to stop my squat session early. And then they definitely feel way better. It's just I'm still like, I don't know. Like, they don't even hurt today. It's just like, it's a mental thing. Like, I feel like I can't hit it, because you saw I didn't even like fight for it. I unracked the bar and I was like hyping myself up. I'm like, oh, let's get 2 to 3, and then going down, I was like, there is 0. I'm gonna back up with this, because I knew at the bottom, like, I was overthinking my knees so much. So one of those days, unfortunately, like, especially when you're progressing week to week, I hit that for 3 the last 2 weeks, and I mean, I hit 495 for 3 2 weeks ago. I hit 500 for 3 last week, and I'm pretty stoked to see it. Obviously, you know, some days don't go according to plan, and that's been, I got a little upset, I will be honest. I kind of threw my belt. I was a little pouty for about a minute, and then I was like, all right, let's regroup, because my knees aren't bad. I think it's just mentally today, like, going heavy above 90%, it's just not there, because I'm just going to start overthinking it. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to put about 80%, which is 435 on the bar, and I think the goal today would be just to hit a solid 4x5. 20 good reps here, 4x5, get some volume in, at least 80+%, but it's not too mentally high of a number. I'm not gonna overthink it. Like, I know I can feel good for this. So, you know, sometimes you gotta regroup, you gotta rethink it out, because sometimes they don't go according to plan, and it's frustrating, but now, you know, I'm excited to hit this. So we'll hit 435. right, as you just saw, that is a second time to go according to plan. Under 435. Again, I am so in my damn head today. Mid-2 is like, there's no shot I'm getting it. So I was about to freak out again. I stopped myself. I said, let's just drop it at 405 real quick. What we're going to do today is pot squats. So whenever my knees are cooked or I'm in my own head about a heavy squat day, rather than pout about it and just be like, F it and leave or like move on, I still want to squat. I feel good to squat. Let's lighten the load a bit. Let's make it harder in a different sense. Pause squats. Great thing to do. I'm trying to do like a 2-second pause at the bottom. Pause squats are great too. Like working on getting depth, sitting at the bottom. Also, the worst part of my squat is coming out of the hole. So, getting hot. You getting stronger at a bottom position is really good. So 70, I got 405, which is probably like 75%, 75 to 77. I'm gonna aim for 4 to 5 sets of 5. We'll see. Hopefully my knees don't get tighter as I go, but look at that double adjustment on the fly day. Didn't hit the top set. Thought I could hit 80%. I'm in my head. Third adjustment, pause squats. Find a way. It's frustrating sometimes, but hey, at the end of the day, as long as you get the work in, as long as you get something in, that's all that matters. So let's rip. All right, just getting 4 sets of 5 there. You know what? I'm fired up now. I was a little mad not being able to hit the squats, when things don't go according to plan, but sometimes, hey, works out the best. So I feel like those are good to do too. I used to do pause squats once a week religiously, and that was when I had my strongest squat. So maybe it's a sign to throw them back in because obviously just that slight pause at the bottom is so different, not having that little pop out of the bottom and having to go from good to stop. So super good do, good accessory, but also, if squats, if you're like ever psyched out by the weight, obviously most of the times if you can try to fight through it, but some days you have those days where maybe you come back from injury or sickness or something's not feeling right, knock the weight off, do different variations. You can do a banded squat, you can do a box squat, you can end up doing a machine, a hack squat or something. I think always trying to find, if you're able to, like a substitute for the main one rather than skipping it in total. Like, now if your knees are shot and they hurt, then skip it and maybe just do hamstrings. But if you can do it, find a way. Because I'll be honest, on Monday, my knees were shot. I ended up squatting and it wasn't feeling too good, so I actually left. And so you need to get like 4 sets today, at least some sort of volume, because this is technically the only leg day I'm getting this week. But yeah, we'll move on to RDLs. We'll do sim reps, getting 4 sets of 5. Try to go heavy on those. My hamstrings feel great, so let's load that up. all right. Lift complete. What started as not the greatest lift on earth turned out to be still not the greatest lift on earth, but it was a decent lift. It was better than nothing. Monday, actually, I came in and cleaned and then started squatting. My knees were killing me, and I actually got so frustrated, I just left. So as long as I didn't do that today, that's all that matters. I don't do that a lot. That happens probably once in a blue moon, but sometimes I'm like, F it. And that's not a great mentality. Cascade effect, all or nothing, trying to get better at that. But today, got a little frustrated with the squats, wasn't able to hit the weight, was overthinking it, but still got some quality work in. You know, if something's bugging you, maybe finding a alternative can always work. I like doing pause squats when squats are feeling heavy, and then got some hamstrings, RDLs, seated hamstring curls, leg extensions, calf raises. It's kind of a classic leg day. You know, it's still a good quality session. I think sometimes it's like, you know, you get too caught up in the program you write on paper. You're like, oh, if I don't follow that to the T, then it's not a good workout. And it's like, you know, you're the one who wrote the plan. It's not like you knew how your body was going to feel third week in. So I think sometimes you got to obviously adjust a plan as needed, because that's the best way to do a plan. You know, it's never gonna be perfect. So decent lift, can't complain. You know, fortunate to be healthy in lifting. You know, bright side, silver lining. I got to lift. I got to do what I love. Was it the greatest lift ever? Is every lift gonna be the greatest lift ever? No, but we still got after it. So anyways, I guess moral of the story is adjust as needed. Not every lift's gonna go according to plan. And sometimes the whole workout kind of sucks, but you know, if you get through it, like I feel great now. Like if I would have left like I did on Monday, I would have been kind of pissed at myself, but I'm glad I got through it. Even if it didn't feel great, I feel good after it. So appreciate you guys. Yeah, hopefully you guys like the videos. I'm uploading every other day now, trying to upload quite a bit because I love making videos and they're fun to me. So anyways, appreciate you guys. Stack the damn days. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.